Newcastle-upon-Tweed, Alnwick Castle, Bamburgh Castle, Edinburgh Castle. This is story of bicycle trip from Newcastle-upon-Tweed to Edinburgh. I cycled along the National Cycle Route 1 before continuing on to National Cycle Route 76. I arrived at Newcastle-upon-Tweed just before my first day and woke up early in the morning. I spent a few hours looking around Newcastle. Newcastle is famous for St. James's Park, which now has a new owner, one of the world's richest people, Mohammed bin Salman. Next, I went to the High Street where I saw the magnificent Grace Monument. It reminded me of Earl Grey tea. Passing by the National Theatre, I started heading to Newcastle Castle. The castle consists of two buildings. One is the Black Gate, the other is the Castle Keep. You need to buy a ticket for the castle. The Castle Keep has many steep stairs. On the roof of the castle, you can see the fantastic Newcastle skyline. I think that the ticket is worth every penny. On the roof of the Castle Keep, you can see St. James's Park, Gateshead Millennium Bridge, the Time Bridge, the Metro Bridge, and the Central Station. Next, I cycled to a must-see landmark Newcastle, the Gateshead Millennium Bridge. Gateshead Millennium Bridge is a pedestrian and cyclist tilt bridge spanning over the River Tyne. The bridge has a gently curving deck and pedestrians and cyclists pass over it. It also has a 50-meter high parabolic arc from which the deck is suspended on the cable. That's why it has the nickname, the Blinking Eye. Then I followed the Hadrian Cycle Route 72 from the Millennium Bridge to the Long Sands Beach. It's mostly downhill all the way to Long Sands Beach. The Long Sands Beach has a stunning stretch of golden sand, backed by low dunes. Now I'm joining the National Cycle Network Route 1. And soon you are entering the seaside town of Whitley Bay. I was blown away by the beauty of Whitley Bay. It reminded me of La Corina Beach in Spain. And then you can see St. Mary's Lighthouse, which is one of the borough's main attractions. As you continue on Route 1, you can see massive bright pier where people fish with a rod and line. What a fantastic spot for fishing. I saw an alpaca farm. The alpaca were so curious about me, but slightly afraid of approaching me. And then bright yellow rhapsody flowers were greeting me all the way down to Linemouth. At Creswell, I discovered a peaceful and gorgeous deserted beach. Both Creswell Beach and Druridge Bay are beautiful parts of Northumbrian coastline. As the sun went down, I could see finally last landmark of my first day, the 12th century Warkworth Castle. What a gorgeous castle, a must-see from the English Heritage List. Then I was heading to Alnwick. On the way to Alnwick, I found a smaller version of Gateshead Millennium Bridge. And I finished my first day cycling. I fell into a deep sleep in Alnwick Hostel. I started my second day by looking around Alnwick Castle in the morning. The Alnwick Castle was used as a filming location for the Philosopher's Stone and the Chambers of Secrets. Harry and his classmates learned to fly broomstick on the outer heli. On the second day, I'm heading to Berwick-upon-Tweed from Alnwick through the Bamburgh Castle, Holy Island, and Northumberland Coast, AOMB. North Sunderland Beach. Bamburgh Castle was once the royal seat of the kings of Northumbria. Bamburgh Castle lies in the wild and beautiful Northumberland countryside. Bamburgh Castle beach is a perfect place to dry off my sweat. Tidal island off the Northumberland's coast, Holy Island cut off the mainland when the tide washes over its causeway. I couldn't cross because the tide was high. Oh, I kept this one for another day. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages hence, two roads diverge in the sea. I took one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
Ship, hello, how are you doing? Oh, ship. Welcome to Cockloburn, Northumberland coast, area of outstanding natural beauty.
Finally, I love that Berwick-upon-Tweed, located 2 miles south of the Anglo-Scottish border. Given that the population is just about 12,000, the town is so big that it has 3 bridges spanning the River Tweed. The medieval bridge is especially magnificent. It reminded me of the Roman Bridge of Cordoba in Spain. Since I didn't have accommodation prepared in Berwick-upon-Tweed, my second day was not yet over. I needed to push harder on the pedal through the Anglo-Scottish border to get to my campsite.
Welcome.
On the third day, I'm heading to Dunbar from Berwick-upon-Tweed through Eyemouth, St. Ebbs and Tornes Power Station. Eyemouth is a small town in Berwickshire. The town's name comes from its location at the mouth of a river called Eyewater. Surprising, in Eyemouth, you can feed the seals. They are so adorable. Let's take a look at them.
Yeah.
I was heading to St. Ebbs, but I was so hungry, so I had lunch at the Coldingham, just in front of the Coldingham Priory. It was Sunday, so I went for Sunday roast. That was fantastic.
White broccoli.
St. Ebbs is a fishing village north of Eyemouth on the Berwickshire coast. It was used as the filming location for the Marvel film Avengers Endgame. Here is the Berwickshire Coastal Route A1107. This road provides the most spectacular views on the Newcastle to Edinburgh second route. It's a breathtaking bike trip with a 270-degree view of the North Sea. As I approached Peace Bay, there was no peace for me. My brakes became too loose, and I was unable to stop myself as I moved downhill. And I ended up stopping the bike with one of my shoes till I smelled tires burning. I have learned the lesson to check your brakes before leaving, especially when you are carrying a lot of stuff. I was cycling past the Tornes nuclear power station. Hopefully, power station will not have any more cracks. Dunbar is a popular seaside resort about 30 miles east of Edinburgh. When tide is out, many local pools are exposed. This is the fourth and final day of my journey. Tantallon Castle, North Berwick, Dilton, Eveready, and finally Edinburgh are on my itinerary. Because today is my last day, I need to treat myself better. Tantallon Castle sits on the dramatic cliff face just south of North Berwick. Behind the castle lies the Bass Rock. Bass Rock is now home to one of the largest colonies of seabird gannets in the British Isles. You can see northern gannets circling above Bass Rock. You can see Bass Rock from North Berwick. The wooden bridge that spans Eveready Bay Natural Reserve is one of my favorites. When I looked out over the mud flat beneath the wooden bridge, I was transported to the land of Oz. Finally, I can see Edinburgh Castle in the distance across high tides. The hills on the left-hand side are probably Holy Road Park. When I arrived at Edinburgh Castle, I asked the local to record a video of me and I had a chat about my bicycle trip with him. I was congratulated on making it the day 4 of this trip. Thank you for watching my video. This is the end of my story.